Good morning, Pantsers. I know there have actually been like several things posted, and like Zoe posted her poem earlier, and there's, you know, stuff that's gone on, but mostly I'm going to respond to Phoebe, I think, today, because I was really interested in something that she talked about in her video, and I wanted to talk about it too. And I'm also going to talk about Pride and Prejudice, or the idea that some of us are reading Pride and Prejudice together. So I guess this video comes to you in two parts. Part 1. Guilty pleasures. So, okay, here's the thing. Phoebe, you were talking about One Direction and about how you feel like we're gonna judge you. By the way, I won't judge you because I don't know anything about One Direction. Like, I mean, like, literally anything. I don't know anything about them at all, except their name. I occasionally hear people talking about them on the internet in a judgy kind of way, but I don't know why, because I don't know anything about them as a band. Like, I don't know what they sound like, I don't know how many of them there are, I literally don't know anything about them at all, except from your video I know that one of them is named Louis and he's your age. So I'm not going to judge you based on like my own opinion of One Direction, because I don't have an opinion of One Direction, but I'm going to say, like, I don't really believe in guilty pleasures as like a thing. I don't really believe in like feeling ashamed of stuff you like. And I'm not trying to say that like there's anything wrong with you feeling the way you feel about whatever you feel. I mean, I've been there. I've been through that like feeling really defensive about something or feeling really ashamed to admit to liking things. But I just, at this point, I've kind of reached a point where it's just too much energy for me to expend. There are lots of things I like that other people think are terrible. I mean, I like the Monkees. The Monkees are like the band that other people look down on. They're kind of legendarily the band that people make fun of, you know? And there are some things I like the Monkees, that I think people are kind of unfairly contemptuous of. Like, I don't feel like they deserve the bad reputation that they have. But there are lots of things that I like that I think absolutely fairly deserve their reputation for crappiness, and I don't care. Like, there's a TV show called Wipeout. There's a UK version of it too, I think, called Total Wipeout. I haven't seen the UK version, but I understand that it's fairly similar to the American version, which is basically just an hour of people falling down. It's like an obstacle course thing, and it's like basically an hour of people running into stuff and falling off things. And it's kind of a terrible show. Like, it's not a great show. There's nothing particularly good about it. It's just that sometimes when you've had a really terrible day and you have a lot of pent-up stress, it's strangely satisfying to watch people fall off stuff. It's not a great show. It's pretty crappy. But I enjoy it, and I don't feel bad about that. It's just too much trouble to be concerned about whether people think that the books I read are bad, or the movies that I like, or the TV shows that I like, or the music that I like, or whatever. It's just not a big deal anymore, and I don't think that it's important to care about whether other people are judging me for my media consumption or the way that I spend my leisure time. Plus, it helps that I've reached a point where I just sort of feel like people who talk down to me or try to make me feel bad based on, you know, a band that I like or whatever, are probably people I'm not going to enjoy hanging out with very much anyway, so I don't really feel like I need to be that concerned about their opinion. I'm just pretty shameless at this point about the stuff I like. Part 2. Pride and Prejudice. Some of us are talking about reading Pride and Prejudice together. The only people I know for sure are interested in it are me and Nella and Phoebe. We have the Goodreads set up, ready to go if anybody wants to go talk about Pride and Prejudice in the forum over there. But I was thinking if anybody wants to make videos about it, and I would kind of like to talk about it in video format. If most of you guys are not going to be reading it along with us, I don't necessarily want to clog up the channel with videos of me talking about Pride and Prejudice. So I was thinking if most of you guys are not planning to read Pride and Prejudice, maybe we could take it over to the second channel. That might work. It kind of depends on you guys, so please give me your input. I really like Austen, and I'm kind of having like a big old like Austen nerd moment. But I have lots of things I want to talk about related to Pride and Prejudice, so I'm hoping that we can have actual discussions about this. I want to talk about the movies too, so come and play with me. I hope everybody's had a happy week. I know several of you have taken exams. Zoe, I hope yours went really well. I hope everybody's exams went really well. Phoebe, I hope you had an awesome birthday. I'm sorry that we never like put together a Skype party or the equivalent thereof. At some point we have to figure that out, because that's something worthwhile that we should do. I hope everybody's week was awesome, and I hope to see you all soon.